think when when a prospect is sort of vague, like they don't say the answers that I want, especially in problem, is really hard for me to find the problem. So I guess what's your take on like actually getting the problem and yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so when it comes to getting the problem, sometimes it can come from the way you've shown up in the initial like part of the call. And because sometimes we can create that level of vagueness. They come into the call not kind of expecting what's going on. They have a certain viewpoint or expectation of what it might be. And so what we need to do is just kind of break down the trust barrier essentially. So the main thing is like connecting with your questions, making sure you actually interested in the prospect. It was happening the other day. I spoke to this guy that I've been training called Kiz, and he's going into his calls like he's following the process well. Like, don't get me wrong, he asks the questions, he goes through it like as he should, but it always feels like a tennis match with the prospect. There's no connection there. It feels like a conversation that's kind of forced, and the prospect they can see it from the outside as well, right? So it's all about that connection that you gauge with the prospect and making sure your questions make sense. We can maybe be over asking questions or following the same sort of loop, which is why you may be struggling to get in-depth answers and it's more or less more of the same, right? But what we can definitely do is role play that example as well, just so that you're familiar with what to do in those kind of scenarios. So yeah,
Cool.
happy to do that if you're open to it.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. All right, let's do an example then. So let's say I introduce myself to you over the phone. We'll just go up to like kind of problem phase, goal phase, something like that, and yeah, just kind of work around your vagueness. Start off that way though. Make sure you do. All right.
Okay. So I start then, or are
I'll
you
I'll, I'll
just?
role play with you. So I'm the sales guy. You're the prospect.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Hello. Is that?
Yeah. Who's this?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just Taylor here with the team. You actually opted in from one of our videos actually about how to start a business. Do you remember doing that by any chance?
Yeah, I think like I opted in so many different things, man. I don't know what was it about.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I understand there's so much out there. So essentially how to start an Amazon FBA business, making passive income. You may remember the guy, they're like they talk about how they make money for Amazon together. Is that jogging your memory or am I still losing you?
Yeah, yeah, the twins. Yeah, yeah, I think I know.
All good. Yeah, so I just had a moment to reach you. It's more or less to see if doing something like this would be productive, as it's clear you have looked at many different things. So I guess help me understand, like what are you ultimately looking for when it comes to looking into stuff like this?
Well, I mean, ultimately, I'm just looking to make more money.
Yeah, I mean, shoot me in the face if you don't want to make more money, right? I think that's pretty much everyone at this stage. So, like, as far as making more money, what is it that we currently do then to make a living?
Well, I have a job, pretty much.
Sure, okay. Anything exciting? Doesn't sound like we're too enthusiastic about it.
No, not really. It just pays the bills. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, fair enough. So, what is it that you do?
Uh, well, I'm just a carpenter.
A carpenter. Okay, cool. So, how long has that been your bread and butter for?
I think like for 15 years.
15 years. Wow, you must be all right at it then.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Sure. I mean, knowing that you've been in that job for 15 years, how, I guess what then has got us looking into something else? Because you've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, well, like I said, I can make money. Like it pays my bills and everything, but
Yeah.
I just don't get fulfillment pretty much.
You don't get fulfillment. Like, help me understand that. That can mean so many different things.
Yeah, like I just, go to the job, like, work, then come back home, sit and watch TV and just go to bed and the cycle repeats. So
Yeah,
I don't,
for
yeah,
sure.
it's just nothing else really.
I mean, because when you say that's pretty much like 95% of people, right? So you're just doing
Yeah.
what the average person does, right? So like what's up with that?
Well, yeah, it's just I just feel like I need to, maybe see things differently because I've been doing this for 15 years and it just gets quite boring.
Right. So are we looking for something else because we're bored? Because after 15 years, I mean, you've been doing it a while. It's an ingrained habit at this point. Like, is that the only reason, or like, what's actually the problem with doing what you're doing aside from that?
No, I mean, it's just not just being, bored. I guess it's just I want to live life more, like maybe just go out, travel, um, you
Okay.
know, eventually like have a more financial stability, you could say.
Right. So with what you are currently doing, is there a way for you to actually be able to have more flexibility to travel and to make more money? Is there a way to do that, like with the stuff that you're doing now, or not possible?
No, I mean it's just I pretty much just pay the bills with my job and yeah, maybe I have like some money left that I save up every month, but
Okay.
you know, that's it.
Right. Okay. So knowing that, like, how long have we been in this place for where we've not been able to have the flexibility we've been wanting with travel and not having the financial stability we want? How long has that been going on?
I'd say like yeah, ever since I had the job, maybe like yeah, 10, 15 years.
So
Yeah.
10, because I mean, that's the thing. If that's the whole time, then what is the significance of, I guess, now with it being 2025, it's a new year. Everybody says new year, new me, right? But what's a significance of now being the time to make a change after all of that time?
Really, it's just I think making a change is the only thing to sort of like prevent, kind of being in this sort of
Mhm.
loophole that I've been just for all the time that I've been working. So,
I see. So are we at this point, like assuming that you like what you see with a particular business model, we're actually ready to make a change and actually do something about it? Otherwise, I'm not too sure if I can support you if not.
no, yeah, for sure, for sure.
For sure. Okay. And then that being said, like assuming you were to take that route of going into an online business model, like aside from Amazon, just in general, how much m monthly do you want to be making every single month from a business model where you feel happy and fulfilled?
Well, I guess just like the Zap Twins, I think like making 10K per month would be good.
Okay. So is that because the Zab twins have said it, or like is that how much we need to in order to travel, do all the things that you've told me, right?
No, I think like with that, like I'll be able to just like again being able to travel, have more financial stability, all that.
Okay. So it seems like that will give you that amount of stability, just what you need. That being said, how far are we off from that 10K a month right now, though?
I'd say like I'm at four, sometimes yeah, five. Depends on the jobs that I'm doing.
So we're about halfway there. And at this point, then I'm
Yeah,
going to go into the qualifier, do the usual logistics, but that's how I deal with somebody vague. Um, you might notice that there were certain questions that I asked just to further probe deeper, challenge, push back a little bit. But the main
yeah,
thing is that I'm genuinely curious and I'm interested in you. And the main thing is that I come across that way, right? If I wasn't, then
right.
I'm just kind of asking questions for the sake of asking questions and it never properly lands and they just stay surface level. You then don't end up actually going deeper or challenging the prospect because you feel a sense of awkwardness and being leaned out. That's what you should lean more into, right? And even when you said there you want to make 10K a month because the Zab twins said it's like, well, that shows me you haven't really thought about your goals properly. So I want to push back on that. I mean, cool, the Zab twins say 10K a month, but like what would that do for you though? Like what's an amount that would make you fulfilled, travel, all the things that you said you wanted? Because I also want to test that you actually think for yourself because that's the type of person that will be a successful student in our program, right? So it's like I'm also vetting you at the same time, and then I hold the authority, whilst at the same time I'm interested in you and genuinely want you to win. So how did that feel
Right.
to you on your side of the table?
No, it's good. I think like the challenging you made was not really harsh. Like I think it was good, like in terms of like it was yeah, like it was not harsh. It was just like you were genuinely curious. So yeah, I think that was good.
It was more just collaborative, right? Like I'm on your side at the end of the day. I want you to win. I want you to do well. So it's always just keeping that in the back of your mind when you're challenging prospects. Sometimes you can challenge for the sake of challenging, and it just comes across super combative, right? And then they don't feel like you've got their best interests at heart. So always remember that when you are challenging.